He had like a bunch of bloody band-aids. He had like a bandage around his head like he was beat up.
Roaring Kitty here. I'm gonna pick a stock and talk about why I think it's interesting, and that stock is GameStop.
We're going to talk about the Roaring Kitty live stream. Oh my goodness. Did you see like what's going on? First of all, okay, let's talk about Roaring Kitty.
I'm not a cat.
For those of you that don't realize this, we're talking about the GameStop stock, right? Because there's a bunch of shorters that were trying to short the GameStop. And there's a bunch of people that are like, hey, man, we like GameStop. They're the only place that you can buy these physical video games, right? We don't want it to go away. They're shorting the stock. But this guy figured out that there was actually more stock being shorted than is actually even available. So for whatever reason, the stock exchange allows like 140% of the stock to be shorted, even though, right, you should only be able to do up to 100%, right? And so they're like, this is dumb. We can actually drive the price up of GameStop stock and make these people lose all their money. So it's kind of like the big guy versus the little guy, and it looked like the little guy was winning.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes they get abused, and I think that they become like a meme, right? And you, as you say it, it's like all of the usually youngsters, right? It's like a people that like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna dump some money just because I like GameStop, right? So the part that I'm surprised is that now this guy is kind of almost like a cult.
I love this guy. If he's in, I'm in. If he's in, I'm in.
He's got a real big following, right? So he decided to do this live stream, and everyone's like, "What's he gonna do?" Right?
Yes. I'm, and that's the part that I'm very surprised how the mass sometimes follows these guys, right? So he's putting the money right in this thing, and
he's got a lot of money out there.
He was able to get like only a few $1,000 to 40 million last time, and now I think that he's almost got it to outrageous amounts. I have seen that he already has 100 mils from that trade. So not sure what probably is the latest.
I think what I saw was, there was they always say, buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Mm-hmm. So leading up to this first return to social media, right? This live thing that he was going to do, the stock was like going up, right? And people knew how much he had. He almost reached $1 billion worth from this run up. But then he does a live stream, right? And it starts crashing. Everything starts going down. But also the E-Trade or whatever, they kept putting stops on all of this, or the exchange kept putting stops on the stock. So
No, it's halted again. Is it? Is it not halted?
People are like, oh no, they're gonna freeze the stock. I'm gonna lose my money, and it just kept going down. So it went down to probably 100 million, right? It's not too bad, I guess, but he was close to $1 billion apparently.
Yeah, it's I'm probably we're gonna have another hearing. The SEC, which is basically the government institution that regulates all of this, doesn't like this, and a lot of people sometimes they go to jail because inside trading and some market manipulation, right? So there is a lot of rules regarding this. I hear and I see why he's doing this, but I feel that maybe it's like, man, if you are a billionaire but in jail, right? You never tamper with your freedom, man.
Yeah. I don't know. This guy, here's the thing. So we're saying like, the first time around when he talked to Congress, it looked like he was wearing a suit and tie. He was trying to be serious. But when he did this live stream the other day, he looked like he was on something. I don't know. Of course, he always has his beer. That was like his thing, is he would do his live stream with a beer, and he'd just talk about why, people should buy GameStop. Well, this time he kind of did the same thing, but he was a little off. He had like a bunch of bloody band-aids. He had like a bandage around his head like he was beat up.
Help. Send help.
As people are just like confused, right?
Government already beat him up.
It's like the government's beating up on him, but he was just a little bit out there. Like he didn't make too much sense. Now, maybe it's a tactic, maybe like to combat the thing that they're saying he's manipulating the market, right? Maybe that's why he's like, no, I'm just having fun out here. Like, this is not serious, so that, people can't say he's deliberately manipulating the market. But here's the thing: there's people compare like Pelosi. Pelosi's doing all these trades with insider information and stuff like that behind the back of the public, right? And we only see it after she does these trades.
It's alarming how little we know about the inner workings of the market.
Well, this guy's showing like his actual account, what he's doing live, and he's the one that they're coming after, right? Like, it doesn't really make sense. It's like rules
Full
for
transparency
thee, or
versus
rules for thou, not for thy, right? So it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think that is a social phenomenon, right? And I think that maybe myself, I'm all for transparency, right? So if the guy is showing what he's doing, I mean, he's not putting a gun in his followers, right? Like, and as long as he say, hey, this is my money and you can lose it all, right? Like a kind of a little bit of disclosure, but it's like, just do whatever we want to do with your own money, right? So I think that that part has to be more spelled out. Now with social media is very, very, very tricky. But yeah, I am curious what will be the result of this.
Yeah. But if y'all are looking for like a pretty good recap of kind of just this whole thing, there's that Netflix movie called Dumb Money, which is actually pretty entertaining. You can kind of see kind of how everything unfolded and see the whole story. And now there's, it's coming back up again after 3 years. So this is pretty interesting. We'll see what's going on. But there was actually, I think when it tumbled, like this a couple of days ago, when the GameStop tumbled, it also took a lot of crypto down with it for some reason. Like at that time, all the crypto dropped. Like Bitcoin was at like close to 72 maybe, and it dropped back down to 69, which, not, it's a few percent, right? But for whatever reason, like that caused this like cascading effect to a lot of different things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And again, if you haven't watched our viral Bitcoin all-time high video, it's almost at 11,000 views. Go check it out. We've got a couple of others. We just released a brand new one that has our big friend Michael Saylor doing the big Lil Yachty walkout on stage, so you guys can see that. But that's all we've got for today. Vale.
Bye.